Hi, everyone. Thanks, Kathleen, for passing the baton to me, and Patrick and others for starting this. I think it's a great little thing that we're doing to stay connected. I was thinking about giving you all a glimpse into life in the Warner household during our shelter in place, but which includes things like our kitchen island being entirely taken over by jigsaw puzzles while Jocelyn and I enact some bizarre foreshadowing of what retirement's going to look like as we sip gin and tonics and do puzzles for hours every night, or where, in an attempt to satiate my deep need to get back into playing hockey and coaching Little League, I try to do both simultaneously by catching my son's backyard pitching practice while in goalie gear. But I don't have the video editing skills to show you all of that in any sort of cogent way. And I even reached out to the Gutkin kids to see if they could produce and direct this video, but they haven't gotten back to me yet. I get the sense that they're a little too big time now. So what I really want to do is go off script a little bit and use my time to express my gratitude to many of you. Dave and I started together at Cooley in October of 2001, right after the NASDAQ bubble burst, and after Cooley had laid off just days before a bunch of people. That feeling of humility and impermanence coming from that time gives me great empathy for what our junior associates are going through now, and also permanently instilled in me a sense that we are owed nothing, and that we have an obligation through hustle and creativity and compassion and determination to play an active role in Cooley being the single best law firm in the world. And so with that, I'm so grateful to be your partner and thankful for what we've built in San Francisco in particular. And it's in that spirit that I want to call out a few people for whom I'm particularly grateful during this time. Marty, for your comments during last week's Holocaust Remembrance conversation, and for your leadership on pro bono matters relating to protecting immigrant detainees. Not only is that work important, but it's given real meaning for dozens of Cooley people in this time to help out in a small way. So thank you for that. Jody, for being a moral compass for me in a variety of ways, particularly related to associate issues in your humble and understated way. Jamie, for being, as you would say, the older sister that I never wanted, or something like that, and for being okay being, in Joe's words, a hurricane. I hope you know just how important your voice is in shaping the future of this firm, and I'm very grateful for that. Josh, for your constant efforts with staff outreach and diversity work, and for all the help you're going to give us all as we figure out how to get back into office life, however that ends up looking. Ken, for your humble mentorship of me and so many of us over many years, and for being there for us during times like this. And in true Ken fashion, I'm sure you're listening to this and thinking he must be talking about some other Ken. Rachel, for your leadership of the incredibly important training curriculum that we've rolled out, for your ongoing partnership with me on so many different things, and for generally being a perfect example of the relativity of time here at Cooley, where you joined here just recently, but it feels like you were born here with all of us. The Peloton crew, Chad, Joni, Brad, Craig, Jody, Eric, I'm sure I'm missing a couple, Rachel, for motivating and pushing me more than you know, and allowing me to stay sane and healthy during this time. John Heeman, for leaning way in our PPP efforts and not asking for a do-over. Now that you finally realize how strange and different our firm is, as you and Danny Grooms and others have happily helped us counsel thousands of startup companies through first trying to get in line for their free federal money, and now realizing that it might not be so free after all. And most importantly, Patrick, for your leadership during this time, and particularly with our staff. As you noted, there's more staff than lawyers in San Francisco, and a lot of them are as worried or more worried than any of us are. And what you've been doing has been fantastic. So thanks to all of you for being my partners. I'm really gratified for all of you. and I nominate Brad Libwit, who I agree with Ken that he would win a Survivor competition. I've definitely noticed when he and I have had friendly chats that he's looking at me like, if I had to kill that guy with my bare hands, how would I do it? So, Brad, you're up next. Bye.